This video gonna be about Hiram Revels, the first African American senator through Mississippi, even though it comes with some caveats that are actually pertaining to what you see today with deportation and also citizenship. The 14th Amendment, which is there, but it came with some caveats and some interesting once you do your research on Hiram Revels, if you do. Because at first, because they were going to use the Dred Scott that you're not really a citizen of the United States. Three-fourths humans, African American, 1857. You do the math. Now, let me calculate that off the top of the dome because I'm going to do my math, due diligence. I have to do my due diligence. Let me count this off the top of the dome if I can. 57, so we're 2 years from that. Ah, 168 years ago. That's not super long to know that you're just not considered. So that's one of those things that you never know when someone like Trump might try to go dig up and say, hey, we can use Dred Scott against you. You never know. Now, Hiram Revels, who did make it in 1870 as the first black senator because it was a seat vacancy, and he took it over from Jefferson Davis, one of the Confederacy guys that was, honored in the whole Confederacy and all that mess that they still like to throw in your face. Well, let me let you a little story about Hiram Revels, why it came to pass. It was acknowledged because he was African American and white ancestry in his blood. What does that mean, translation? He should have gotten reparations. See, when we get to the justification of all of it, it's all connected and all tied to it. It's that ugly chapter we call slavery. It's that ugly chapter where 40 acres and a mule. It's that ugly chapter of history. It's that ugly chapter that they just don't want to talk about, don't want to reveal about it, don't want to put this into context. 1870. You do the math. Now, that seems so long ago, doesn't it? You know, because if I put that there, but if you take 45 years off of that, that's less than 200 years. So we're talking approximately 155 years ago. That's not that long ago. When you look at the totality of everything that's come to pass and come into view, and then you just gave African Americans basic rights 60 years ago to vote and work and etc. Well, then what was that before? And if we're going to go dig up deportation, dig up rules and what have you at our earliest convenience, what do you think this means real here? So when you understand what Mr. Revels went through to be a senator and the politics and the structures and everything, and then how all that came into view. Now, if you're not considered a citizen, then what are you? But we had free labor. So who really does get deported if we were really going to play that game? Something suggests to me that certain people who are a little put in positioning don't really understand the whole totality of being what it means to be what citizenship and everything. Because 14th Amendment, it's not making all the way sense. So if we go by codes and ethics, it's not really making all the way sense. But this is quite a revelation about him being the first and what he had to endure, how they try to use the Dred Scott law, but because of his ancestry being connected, combined, even though, so 1870, because he has black and white, but it was considered a felony up until 1967 in Virginia to be black and white with who you wanted to marry outside your race. I'm trying to make sense of how 97 years. I'm just trying to make sense of it all. This is very puzzling. And the facts and the laws and everything that they do. That's why I said, for people get all excited about the ISIS and the deportation and all this other stuff, understand your history. Who can really deport anybody when they held people against their will, used laws they made up, agendas they made up, And they don't really own the land. And it does tie into the first African American senator. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another, and share if you like, and hit that membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out. Peace.